Alright, we're just driving on the side of the road and Cyrus here. Give us a wave, Cyrus. He spotted this beautiful chokecherries and we pulled over real quick. And these are nice and dark. Chokecherry is a type of cherry. They're a small tree. Generally grow in the understory in forests. And kids love them. They eat them more than I do. I think they're pretty astringent. You know, they leave that kind of like, when you eat them, your mouth gets all dry afterwards. But they do have a great flavor. And they're not the same as black cherry. Black cherry is going to have a really much more, let's take a look here. I think I have a video somewhere on Chokecherry ID. But black cherry will have a narrow, lance-shaped leaf. The chokecherry is a much broader, wider leaf. Also, well, I have a whole video on ID. But what I'll talk about is just how much the kids love the fruit on these. And they will just sit there watching TV, just spitting the seeds out. And, yeah, or swallow. You guys eat the seeds?
Yeah, I do. Gotta swallow them.
Nice.
Forrest doesn't.
Okay. But yeah, just a great wild fruit that grows all over. Excellent for birds. And right now we're getting into the end of July. Everything's early this year, but they're generally like a late summer fruit. And you could make all kinds of stuff with them. You could run these through the food mill and get the pulp out, or you can just eat them. And excellent for wildlife, birds, bears, raccoons, whatever. I'll step back so you see how big the trees get. This is about how big they get. I've not really ever seen them too much taller. So just about, I don't know, maybe 12 feet or so. Just a nice short tree, great for hedgerows, great for understories and forests, and they will even fruit in the shade. I've seen quite a bit of fruit on some of these in the shade, in the woods, but you're always going to get more fruit in the sun. So this is Prunus virginiana, the chokecherry.
So basically, I just found this cave over here. Yeah, I'm gonna look into it. Like, yeah, it's just by the chokecherry. What are you talking about? Pretty deep. It looks like an animal hole. Yeah, it's really deep in there.
Hold on. Let me see if I can get in there. You can't.
Here.
How big is that orange? Go put your arm in there.
Oh, it goes so far. I could just, my whole body could go in there. If I was a little bit smaller, if I was a lot smaller, then I could just go in there as an animal. Yeah, that's crazy.
Definitely active.
Yeah.
Well, if you get to spots like this and you really want to know what's going on, look closely at the ground in front, and you can see. Yes, Cyrus, you can often find hairs that'll give you a big clue. And you just want to look at the dirt, and you can tell if it's being actively used. This is definitely actively used. Something lives down there and is down there right now, I'm
Pretty
sure.
sure this is a nut. No, it's not. I thought it was.
We're still picking these chokecherries.
Yeah, it's so big. Yeah.
Amazing. What we got so far?
Yeah, this is our bucket. Sarah, dump you that in. Yeah.
Sweet. We'll take these home, and that'll be our popcorn movie snack.
Yeah, probably watch a movie tonight.
So it's pretty nice way to tell the difference between two different species is to have them next to each other. So here's the chokecherry that we've been picking. Got our bucket on a string, mostly full. Nice. Those are chokecherries, Prunus virginiana. Take a look at the leaf again. Nice broad, wide leaf, oval, and the bark is very dull and gray without like a whole lot going on. And then we'll move over here, and we got black
cherry.
That's right. So this is the chokecherry, Prunus virginiana. This is a shrubby, small understory tree, and the black cherry is a forest tree. Gets, you know, more like 90 feet tall. Look at those leaves on it. This is almost a dramatic one, but they are pretty lance shaped like that. Very narrow, pointy leaves. And the bark on the young trees is like that. Heavy with the lenticels, Whereas, and when it gets older, it'll make those big chips, kind of flaky bark. But as the chokecherry, it'll just be that very dull, scaly gray bark. Also, the buds are totally different color, much brighter on the black cherry and duller on the chokecherry. But totally different species will behave very differently in whatever habitat you're trying to create or work with. So chokecherry is going to be our understory tree, and black cherry is a forest tree. Both of them produce huge amounts of fruit, and they can definitely grow together, as we're seeing here. A wonderful fruit. We're probably going to go home and make some jam or fruit leather out of these or something, because we've got more than enough for just fresh eating.
Yeah, look.